If you walk onto a car lot and a salesperson asks, "How much per month are you looking to spend?" you might be tempted to answer honestly. But the second you reveal that number, you've lost the game, and you've likely cost yourself thousands of dollars. We are going to build a bulletproof action plan that removes the dealership's ability to manipulate the numbers, protecting you from hidden interest hikes and inflated prices. Before you even think about looking at cars, you need three things. First, a simple calculator, your exact gross monthly income, and 30 minutes of prep time. Taking total control over your financial negotiation begins right at home, long before you ever step foot on a dealership lot. Step 1 is defining a hard mathematical limit for what you can actually afford, and a reliable way to do that is the 24-10 rule. This rule dictates that you put at least 20% down on the vehicle, you cap your loan term at 4 years, and you ensure your total monthly car costs, including insurance, stay under 10% of your gross monthly income. This equation breaks down how that works. If you make $84,000 a year, your gross monthly income is $7,000. 10% of that leaves you with a strict limit of exactly $700 a month for all your car expenses. If a car pushes you past that boundary on a 4-year loan, you simply walk away. It is too much car for your current financial situation. Once your math is locked in, step 2 is acquiring a pre-approval letter for an auto loan from an outside bank or a credit union. This split-screen comparison shows why you need outside financing. Dealerships routinely take the baseline interest rate you qualify for, say 6.5%, and inflate it to 7.5%. That single percentage point markup is pure dealer profit, acting as a hidden penalty fee of $764 over the life of the loan. This discretionary markup practice is so common that the Department of Justice actually reached a major settlement with Honda in 2015 over systemic interest rate discrimination, documenting just how standard these hidden rate hikes are. Arriving with a pre-approval letter from your own bank stops this immediately. It gives you an impenetrable baseline to compare against any financing the dealer offers. Now you are ready for the dealership floor. When the salesperson inevitably asks what your monthly budget is, you counter with a very specific script. "I don't really care much about the monthly payment. I'm entirely focused on the overall price." Deflecting that question strips them of their favorite psychological tool, the 4-square worksheet. This mock-up shows the 4-square layout: trade-in, vehicle price, down payment, and monthly payment. The dealer may cross out that high monthly payment, dropping it to $476. But the top right vehicle price remains completely stagnant. They just extended your loan length. Your rule here is simple. Aggressively ignore the monthly payment box. Lock all of your focus on that top right quadrant. The total out-the-door price is the only metric that dictates whether you are actually saving money on this transaction. Which brings us to step 4. Establish an absolute limit for your loan duration, capping it at 60 months maximum. This timeline illustrates the hazard of extending loans. Dealers will frequently push terms out to 72 months or longer to make the monthly math look better, but that extra time means paying significantly more in interest. Worse, it drastically increases your risk of becoming underwater on the loan, meaning you owe the bank more than the vehicle's actual market value. If the car is totaled, you have to pay the difference out of your own pocket. Step 5 takes place in the final psychological hurdle of the buying process, the finance manager's office. This checklist represents the rapid-fire barrage of upsells they will present right at the finish line. Paint protection, fabric coating, extended warranties. You want to say no to almost all of these. The one possible exception is gap insurance, which covers that underwater difference if your car is totaled. But even then, you should decline it at the dealership and purchase it independently through your auto insurance provider. Maintaining firm, unemotional boundaries in this office ensures that the careful pricing work you just did on the main floor actually makes it onto the final contract. By completing these 5 steps, you enter the dealership with your math solved, your pre-approval acting as a shield, and your negotiation scripts ready to go. If you ever feel mentally fatigued, or if the staff starts deploying high-pressure urgency tactics, remember that you always have the authority to simply stand up and leave the building. You can easily pause the live interaction, go home, and finish the negotiation process via text or email on your own terms. To get your initial prep work started, utilize external pricing research tools like Edmunds and CarGurus, which are linked in the description below. True negotiating power doesn't come from being a master haggler. It comes entirely from preparation, patience, and the absolute willingness to walk away.